Disclaimer. Hello everyone, we have the Beyblade X manga chapter review. So shout out to my boy Keo for any of the translation notes. So very excited, you know, obviously support the official release, buying the Koro and then, you know, reading it, all that stuff. As far as Team Extreme Scanslation, I don't know, a couple weeks, whatever. We're getting really busy, so I don't know when, but just please don't ask us. We'll get it done whenever it's done. So one of the things I thought was kind of nice, you did get like a small little kind of blurb where basically it shows that Multi did actually get declared the winner against Pakun, because Pakun obviously stole the data to have another Hell's Hammer, but surprise, surprise, you're a cheater and you got exposed, so that's funny. So Bird is basically practicing for Pendragon. Now actually, he does make progression, because he's actually now properly doing that extreme dash and whatever, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Then a mysterious blader catches his bait. It's revealed to be Common Y. Bird's like assuming, what is this, like a fan or something? Because he has a drawn sword, and Bird is like making the assumption, oh, did he get like this model at the store or something? So technically speaking, I guess now in confirmation, at least with the manga, that in universe, these are literally just, it's the same as if you, yeah, it's, so really, there's not really technically exclusivity on certain bays, I guess, which is kind of interesting, you know, to kind of get that full confirmation, I guess. I guess it's kind of similar in IRL, maybe, like if maybe someone just gets, like, purchases a release and just is really good with it, so, I mean, I guess it wouldn't apply to, like, the stuff that, like, they do the bait crafting on, I guess, so, basically, he defeats Bird right away. Now, in fairness, for who this is revealed to be, it makes sense. I just thought it was really funny. It's more funnier later on because it shouldn't even have been Bird for the first opponent that he battled, but whatever.
Mostly because it would have made a lot more sense if they battled Multi, because if they're trying to go through living the Common X experience, which they'll be explaining, trying to understand that, it makes more sense to do so.
Where Common Y doesn't understand why Common X did what he did. He's basically trying to relive all the experience in battles. So Multi actually talks about the rumors of Common Y. Now, like for an example, Common Y actually defeated the whole team of Takume. And Maiden's like, well, Common Y seems to maybe as strong as Common X. I mean, that's everyone's, it's more or less kind of the same thing. This is kind of supposed to be that mystery reveal thing. So it basically leads into Team Zuganic, which actually cleared the cut-over test, meaning they can finally progress through the other levels of the tower. So that's actually pretty cool. But Common Y appears right then and there to challenge King. Now, King is a lot stronger than he was before. Obviously, all of them have been training and getting stronger since before then. So, even like, for an example, any of his special abilities, those are now a lot stronger. So when their battle starts, when he is doing the King of Beast Extreme Dash, it's stronger than it was before. But the battle ends the exact same way as it did before against Common X in a draw. King wants to continue, but he's like, nope. This is the only thing I needed. So then after he visits Burn, Fujiwara has heard about the mysterious Common Y, and he's like, wow, you can help me achieve the next level. He's very excited to meet someone. So I don't know if this is a gag or if this is literal in the implication, but they do say they're having like a bait in the works and he wanted to get this model, but they're like, no, it's not ready yet. You could interpret this as being a gag, and it probably is, but I feel like either way, we would get a Phoenix regardless. I don't know if we'd get a Phoenix by the end of Season 1, like another one, but I thought it would make sense, but I understand why, if you thought it would be just like kind of like a little joke thing. I can understand that. So he uses his drawn dagger, and again, he's like, yeah, the drawn dagger. So then after when they do the battle, he does the Infinity Extreme Dash, and he beats Burn the same way as Common X. He is surprised at the speed of this bay and everything. And eventually, this all kind of culminates to when he goes back to Shiguru. And she's like, well, what are you doing? Why do you have the masked identity? And he says, well, it doesn't matter if it's weak or strong. He wanted to relive all the experience of Common X, because since Exu left the team, he wants to have this as if Exu was still a part of Team Pendragon, and he wants to become one with Exu. So that's the reveal at the end of the day was Khrome all along. It's essentially like he doesn't really understand why Common X left. He just wants to see his friend. Very interesting though for some other stuff. I feel like this chapter, nothing really happened. Yeah, I mean, You get basically Bird making slight progression, I guess, with Hell's Hammer. Most of it is kind of building towards, I guess, near the finale with Team Pendragon versus Persona. It's a little bit interesting how much of an attachment he has to KAMEN X, and this goal that he has of trying to become one. Now, what I'm assuming is potentially maybe the July release is supposed to be that left spin release, and then after that will be Chrome's next Drake or whatever motif it might be. Because if a left and a right bay go against each other, they are equalizing constantly. So is that like becoming one? That's about the only thing I can go with. That's my theory. I think it's interesting to have, I mean, because we don't really have much to go by with Khrome at all. So to have him basically kind of just go on this thing of trying to relive all the, it's interesting. It's interesting. I really am curious to see how it would be adapted, but it kind of reminds me kind of like in Dragon Ball, like with like Goku Black, when it kind of like, you know, more like he gets used to the body and kind of like adapting to it, kind of. I'm kind of wondering what are the next few chapters gonna be like, because I feel like they could have maybe space. I don't even know actually, because next month is supposed to be Weiss Tiger, and that's probably gonna be Shigeru's Bay, because it's a balance type release, and it's in the same naming scheme as Cobalt's Drake. Then after that, there's a random booster. Like, if you see I'll put a screen, so you see like the rest of the month for like all those releases, like what else could they do? Like, I think there has to be maybe some training arc or whatever that they gotta do or something before the final battle. Cause like, what else do you do? What else do you do for this? Kind of, what are your thoughts so far on the Beyblade X manga and everything? So that's gonna be kind of, I feel like, you know, Bird can maybe get something out of this, but I think Chrome's character is a little bit interesting, and yeah, I want to say as we end off this video, please, if you are new here, subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts. What do you think of the reveal of KAMEN Y? I do want to update on some stuff, like the Beyblade X database is now pretty much up to date, so yes, I get to have fun before Shinobi, and huge thank you to Fable for all the help. Also, mollabays.com. Want to give a huge thank you to everyone who's been doing the pre-orders. Listen, we are almost out of all the Tiger stuff, so if you want to still pre-order, you still have some time, because we still have a few left. It is an option to support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless. Plus, there's going to be a big restocking probably after next weekend, which next weekend is Anime North. There's 3 events. One's on the Friday, one's on the Saturday, one's on the Sunday. You'd have to sign up via challenge. Dude, it's going to be so much fun. So long as you make sure you get your ticket for Anime North, the prizes. I am sponsoring Friday and Saturday. It's really going to be awesome. It's really going to be worth your while. I will be cosplaying on the Friday and the Saturday. So hey, if you want to say hello or get a picture, feel free to. And yeah, that's pretty much all the updates I wanted to give. So yeah, take care, man. And that'll be it for now. Alrighty, bye. Fuck.